Hello, welcome to our class. For this semester, you are in the College Life and Strategies class. For this particular class, you are in the class number 5227 for the summer semester. It's going to be an interesting semester because we are basically piloting a new format for this class where you no longer have to basically buy a textbook and we're going to be basically providing all of the materials within the Canvas classroom. So that way you don't actually have to purchase a textbook. And basically all your reading, all your assignments, everything is going to be here in the Canvas classroom. And it's going to be new for you all, obviously, but it's going to be new for us as the professors because there's three of us that are piloting this for the summer. So it is going to be a new adventure for all of us. So there probably are going to be a few hiccups along the way. But basically, I'm doing this introductory video to kind of start out and show you where things are at. So that way you kind of know how to navigate the classroom and then just kind of give you a little bit of tidbits and information. So basically, to start, my name is Claudine Kroom, so I'm going to be your professor for this semester. Everything will be online. You'll see lecture videos like this one every single week that will kind of go over some of the assignments and things that you need to read just so you know what you need to be doing for the week. And especially if there's an assignment that has some steps or something, I'm going to do a video like this every week so that way you kind of know what you're supposed to be doing so you don't have hopefully too many questions about what is going to be coming up for the week. Just to kind of start out, I've been teaching this class now for about 4.5 years. I used to teach there at Rose State College on campus. And I moved, I think I taught the class for about 2 years, and then I actually moved out of state with my family. And so I actually teach this class out of state. So it is a little bit different because I don't have office hours. I can't, if there's an issue or if you have questions, I can't meet you on campus or anything like that. So I'm always available by email. If you have questions or you're not sure how to do something, feel free to email me, and all the information for contact is in the syllabus. But yeah, I've been teaching this class now online for about the last 2.5 years solely, and I've been doing it out of state. But I do enjoy teaching this class, and I'm really excited about this new resource because we basically put this resource together. Many of the professors that have been teaching college life and strategies for a long time, we all wrote parts of this new campus resource for you guys for college life and strategies. And a lot of it is based off of feedback and input that we had from students over the last several years to basically make this something that's a little more interactive and a little bit, hopefully, a better resource than just buying a textbook and using an outside textbook in order to teach some of these strategies that should hopefully help you feel a little bit more confident about being able to be successful in the classroom, finish your college degree. And it has a lot of good tips and strategies for how to do a lot of things, not just on how to be successful, but there's a lot of things that have to do not just with college, but also with how to kind of balance life out so that way college can hopefully become easier for you. And it doesn't just have to do with your grades, your studying, how you're doing in your classes. It has a lot to do with strategies on how you can hopefully improve other things in your life that will help make college an easier process for you. So, basically, you can probably see in the background that I actually have our Canvas classroom back here. And what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to minimize this picture, and I'm actually going to kind of go through the classroom real quick so that way you can see some of the features, see how I set up the class, because all of the professors are going to do it a little bit differently. So that way you can kind of see how I do it, where I put things, how the assignments look. And as of right now, it is Sunday before the class is going to start. So as of right now, I'm still working on finalizing the syllabus because all of it was brand new and we got this 2 weeks ago. So I'm still finishing things up. I have the first 6 weeks of class pretty much planned out and everything's open and ready to go. But the last week of class that has to do with before you would actually do your final project, I'm still working on that because I'm trying to kind of put some finishing touches on how the final project is going to go. So stay tuned for that. I'll basically email everyone and let you know when all of that is ready as far as being able to see it all on the syllabus and be able to see the entire breakdown and those kind of details like that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to try to minimize this. My face will go away for a second, and I'm going to put me over here. Okay. Hopefully that'll stay. All right. So basically here in the campus classroom, when you click on our class, the 5227, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is actually my view of Canvas. Your view looks a little bit different. You don't see as much details, but I'm going to go through it with my view first, and then I'll click over to the student view just so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. Basically, everything's going to be broken down into weekly folders. So when you log in each week, our week starts on Monday, and then everything that is in the weekly folder for that week is going to be due by the following Sunday. So basically, I'll put up here at the top, if it's week 1, I'm going to put when the week begins. I'll always have dates on these folders so you know what, basically where you're at and what is going to be due. So basically at 12 a.m. on Monday, tomorrow, is when everything's going to open up for this folder. You'll be able to see all the assignments. You'll be able to see all the reading. And then if you hover over this, if you can't see the whole entire thing, if you hover over it, you can actually see there, it pops up on the bottom where it actually shows the full detail. So it's basically saying, basically the topic for the week, starting your college journey. The week begins on June 1st, and then all of your assignments are going to be due by June 7th. So on Sunday, that's when everything is going to be due by 11:59 p.m. So if you get all of your assignments submitted by Sunday at 11:59 p.m., it'll all be calculated as on time, and it won't get flagged as late. You can still turn in your assignments late because the folders will remain open. So if you accidentally miss an assignment, or if you basically just have a lot going on that week and maybe you need to turn something in late, you can. You're just going to get an automatic late deduction on it. And I do encourage you to submit assignments late if you do accidentally miss one, because it's better to get the late grade than to get a 0. And don't worry about it if you do fall behind and miss an assignment and you want to make it up late. That is not a big deal, and you don't even have to let me know. You can basically still submit the assignment because the folder will remain open. So as you can see in week 1, you're going to see usually your reading, you're going to want to go in order, basically is the best way to go about this throughout the week. You're going to want to do your reading. So when you click on the very first folder that pulls up, you're going to see it's going to have an introduction to college and life strategies. You'll have some reading to do. Most of the readings are going to be broken up into smaller sections like this, so you can basically do the short little bit of reading, and then often there's going to be an exercise to do right after that. So I'll go back to the home page, and as you can see here, if I scroll down, right after you do this introduction reading, there's going to be your first assignment right here. So what you're going to see is usually you're going to have the reading here, and then if it's indented, that's usually going to be an activity or an assignment. And you'll see that there'll be a point scale, so you'll know that that's an assignment when you click on it. So I'm just going to click on the first assignment. I won't go through every single one just because I don't want to do too much where this video is going to be too long. But basically, when you click on an assignment, it's going to have either a prompt or it's going to have your instructions. It's going to tell you what you need to do. And then most of these assignments, when you open up the assignment, there's going to already be a box that will be open, a blank box that's called a text entry box that you can actually type your answer into. But you also have the option, if you want to, you can type your assignment up in Microsoft Word, and then you can upload it as an attachment, because it will allow you to upload a Microsoft attachment if you prefer to do it that way. But there will be the availability, if you don't have Microsoft Word, that you can actually type it directly into the assignment in the text entry box that actually pops open with the assignment. And then you would basically just submit it, make sure it submits, and then it will calculate your assignment being turned in on time. So that's kind of how that goes as far as the reading. And so if you're going in order, which is what I do recommend you do, you would do the reading, you would do the first exercise, then there's going to be another reading here. This one is actually another reading, but it's one that just basically comes off of the preparations reading. There's going to be one here about using Canvas, and this is going to be useful, especially for any of you if you have not taken an online class or used Canvas yet. That's going to be a good resource for you to read through that. And then there's going to be some assignments right here that you have to do. Then there's going to be another reading about campus resources, because this is going to be kind of an introductory, especially if you're not aware of some of the campus resources that are available to you. You'll read through that, and then you're going to complete the assignments there. And then there's going to be one more reading that you're going to do. and there's going to be 2 more assignments. And that's going to be week 1. It does look like a lot, but the readings, like I said, are broken up into smaller readings, so they're not particularly long. And the assignments for the most part for week 1 are pretty short. They're not too complicated. And all of the directions are in the assignments when you click on them. So it shouldn't be too hard. And if you do have any questions, you can just email me and I'll try to help you out. Since this is going to be a new structure for doing this class, I do fully expect that there's probably going to be some hiccups along the way, just because a lot of this is brand new and it's going to be new to me as well. So if you try to click on something, if maybe one of the links doesn't work or something like that, you just basically need to let me know and we'll try to get it, reconciled as quickly as possible. So that way you'll be able to do your assignment or your reading. And one thing you do need to know with the readings, a lot of the times there are some that have links and videos, and they're usually very short videos that you watch that basically accompany the reading. And you do need to watch those because a lot of the assignments are going to be based off of these videos that are within the reading. So just make sure that if you see a link or if there's a posting of like a YouTube video or anything like that that's within the reading, please make sure that you watch those because they are going to be pertinent to a lot of the exercises that you're doing. And if you don't watch them, you're not really going to have the information that you need to be able to complete the exercise properly. So basically that is all week 1. And then as you're scrolling down, so next week when you start week 2, you're going to see that there's going to be a whole new folder that opens up and it's going to be a group activity. So I'm going to give more details next week when I do a lecture video for that, but just prepare yourself for that. And next week in week 2 of our class, make sure that you log in early. Don't wait until the end of the week to log in because you're going to miss out on the group activity. And if you do not participate in it, you're not going to get any points for it. So basically, just try to log in by Monday or Tuesday in week 2 and make sure that you're logging in. You're going to read the activity instructions and it's going to basically tell you what to do, but I'll explain it further next week when I do a short lecture video for that. But just prepare yourself for that because even in an online class, you are going to have to do some group projects and it's going to be different and you need to kind of prepare yourself to be open-minded about it. And it'll be interesting because it's a new project that I haven't even done before. So it should be pretty interesting, but it's going to give you a good experience because it's going to make you kind of think outside the box and maybe get a little bit outside of your comfort zone. And that's okay. And so basically that's just how it goes. And then week 3 is already pretty much mapped out and everything going all the way to week 6. I have everything mapped out. So I'm still a little bit working on week 7 and I'm going to get that completed. And then I will get the syllabus completely updated. So that way you have all of the information that you need for due dates and basically all of that. But right now on the syllabus, any of the policies or anything like that are already posted. I just basically have to post the grade book and all of the assignments so you can see week by week all of the assignments that are going to be due for the week, how much they're going to be worth. That's basically going to be something that I'm going to put into the syllabus, but that might take another day or 2 because we only had this for about 2 weeks and we had to kind of structure the whole class. So I'm still working on that very last week of our class. So anyway, what you're going to see other than your weekly folders that are going to be here in the middle on the home page of our screen, you're going to see over here that you do have a few options that are available to you. You'll be able to check your grades. So if I grade something, you're going to be able to go to the grade book, check your grades here. The syllabus is over here. You do have access to tutor.com. So if this class or any other class, if you need help with math, science, reading, writing a paper, you do have access to tutor.com. And I do believe for Rose State College students, you get approximately, I think it's about 10 hours a week of free tutoring, and it's completely online. So you can take advantage of that. Even if it's not for this class, you can take advantage of it. If you're taking another class that you might need some additional assistance, you can actually use that. If you click on it, it's probably going to ask you for a little bit of information like your student ID number and some information like that. And you're going to basically fill in the different categories that it has so it knows what you need help in tutoring. And then it's going to give you an option of what time availability slots there are for a tutor that could help you with that. And then you'd be able to select if there is a time of day that works for you where you would actually be online and be able to speak with the tutor and get tutoring sessions from tutor.com. So it's a really cool feature. And that's one of the campus resources that a lot of students don't know about and they don't always take advantage of. And And so basically, that's kind of our classroom in a nutshell. All of the assignments, these ones, when you click on them, it's going to have the directions and then you submit in that folder. You don't have to, go around and try to figure out where you have to submit everything. It's set up for you to be able to submit your assignment right there when you click on it. And then over here, you're going to see, if you click on dashboard, that's going to show you any of your classes that are available there on Canvas. And then if you go here to the inbox, you do have access to your Rater email from the inbox. So if you need to send me a quick email and you're already in Canvas, or if you need to send somebody else an email, you can actually go to your inbox. It'll pull up your Rater email automatically and you can email someone from there. You do need to actually get your Rater email set up for my class because there is an assignment here in week 1 where you have to email me from your Rater email. And when you click on this assignment, if you've never set up your Rater email before, I actually have right here a link that you can click on that gives you directions on how to set up your Rater email, because sometimes some students don't even realize they have an email account with the school and they never set it up. So if you are one of those students that never has set up your Rater email, you would click on that. I have a Chromebook, so it's not letting me actually pop it open. But if you click on it from your device, it'll open this Microsoft Word document, and you'll be able to see the directions if you've never set up your Rater email before. And this is basically the instructions on what you need to do in order to complete this assignment. So I won't go into too much detail there, but I did just want to let you know that you do need to get your Rater emails set up in order to function well in this class, because most of the updates, announcements, or anything like that I do, it's going to be me sending it to you through email. So if you don't have your Rater email set up, you're not going to get updates. Sometimes up here in the announcement section of Canvas, I'll put some updates there, but most of the time I'm going to be emailing you. So that's how you're going to get updates and any kind of information if there's going to be a change on something, because there are occasions that I change something on the syllabus, basically because I have to update something, and I will email the class and let you know, hey, the syllabus has been updated. There's a certain week that I had to change one of the assignments or something like that. So I usually try to give everybody a heads up on basically information or announcements like that. So you're aware and you're not caught off guard if you're not sure, what's going on if I change something. Basically, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we really need to go over. I'll go ahead and click on the syllabus real quickly just so you can kind of see it. But basically, it's all embedded. So once you click on the syllabus, you're going to see all the information there. I give you basically that, since I am out of state, I don't have office hours. I can't meet you in an office. If you have questions, you're going to have to email me. On occasion, if it's something that maybe we can't sort out through email, sometimes I can video conference a student over Zoom if it's necessary. And so I do have access to Zoom and be able to video conference with someone if we need to, but it rarely ever happens that I have to. Usually we can resolve something over email if you have a question. Since I'm not there on campus, this is the phone number for the humanities department, which College Life and Strategies is under. So sometimes if you have a question, and it would be rare if you did not get a hold of me and if I didn't get right back with you over email. But if you did have a question and for some reason you couldn't get a hold of me, you can always reach out to the humanities department. And then basically this is my campus email. So anytime you have a question or anything like that, this is the email that you are going to contact me. And it just goes over the course description, gives you some of the information. I put some of the information like how every single week starts on a Monday. So the new week starts on Monday and all of your assignments are due on that following Sunday of the same week. It goes over the course objectives as far as what it is that each unit is going to be teaching and what kind of things you can expect to get out of the class. And then textbook and materials, this basically, since we put everything into Canvas, you do not have to go buy a textbook. There's no additional materials that you have to purchase. This right here is what I'm going to be updating because I have to finish week 7 and get all those assignments sorted out the way that I want to do them. And then the total points possible for the class and how you could predict your grade, this is all going to get updated. So just stand by for that. I will email everyone when this is completely updated. And then it just kind of goes over some of the course policies. This is my late grade policy. So if you do turn in something late, it's a 20% deduction. I'm going to update that. It's not going to be for each day it's late. It's just going to be a 20% deduction. So if you turn it in a day late or a week late or whatever it is, it's going to be a 20% deduction. But like I said, that's better to turn something in late than not turn it in at all and get a 0. Um, and then basically just attendance policy. It's an online course, so you are expected to log in several times a week. You're expected to submit your assignments on time. And then basically, you have to demonstrate the ability to be able to be organized and pay attention to details because you're getting the information about how to do your assignments by reading the directions on the assignments. And if you're not paying attention to detail, you're going to miss certain details and not be able to submit your assignments properly where you're going to be able to get full points. So you need to try to stay organized. If you have a day planner, or if you like to use like the calendar that's on your phone to kind of keep yourself organized and schedule things like your due dates, that's a really good tool to use. And I just recommend that, especially if it's your first time in an online class. So that way you can keep yourself organized, you know when things are due, and you'll be able to use the syllabus to do that if you would like. So once I get it all completely updated and I email you all and let you know it's been updated, you'll be able to look at all the due dates for everything that's coming up for all of the weeks that the class is going to be running. And then this is just communication with the professor, academic integrity. This is just something you need to read. And then there is an addendum here that you can click on, and that's got some additional information as well. So just kind of be aware of that. This is just going to be the main section that I'm going to be updating here for the point scale once I get everything sorted out for week 7. So just stand by on that, and I will get that updated and email everyone when that is completed. So it's going to go back to the home screen. I'm going to wait for it all to load. Okay. So basically, and I'll just click over to student view really quickly just so you can see what it's going to look like from your end and not mine. So you're not going to see nearly as much stuff as you could see on my page. It's still going to have the weekly folders here. You're going to see it's kind of blanked out looking, and that's only because it's not going to unlock until tomorrow when the class starts. Once it unlocks all of this, you'll be able to view it, click on it, and everything. And then you can see over here that you only have a few things that you can choose from because these are basically the only tools that you're going to need for the class. You won't need all the other tools that I have access to. Check your grades, the syllabus, tutor.com. Later on in the course, they'll ask you to do a course evaluation. And then Zoom, I'm not actually 100% sure whether students can access Zoom and use it like I can, but I went ahead and put it up on there just in case because I'm not sure. I've never had a student ask me if they could use it, but I went ahead and put access to it right there just in case if somebody needed to use it. So anyway, it pretty much looks the same otherwise. And then you will see over here on a to-do list, whenever these assignments open up tomorrow and they have due dates on them, you're actually going to see on your to-do list, it's going to list all of your assignments here that are going to be due, what the due date is. And then it's going to also show here on your course calendar. So if that's another just basically a good way to keep yourself organized. If you're looking at the course calendar and you click on it, you'll be able to see the different assignments when they're due and be able to kind of keep yourself organized that way as well. So I just kind of wanted to make you aware of all these different tools and things that you have available to you. So I'm going to leave the student view and go back to mine. And basically, that is about it in a nutshell. You will have found this video. I'm going to put it right here above week 1. So obviously you're watching it, but this is where I'm going to put a folder for this video that's basically telling you to start here. So that way you can kind of navigate through the class. Just throughout this week and week 1, send me an email if you have any questions or you're confused about anything. But definitely, like I said, start out from the beginning. Do the reading in order, do the assignments in order because it's going to make more sense. If you try to bounce around and do different assignments because maybe they look easier, it's not going to make as much sense. You need to go in order. So just start at the top every single week, do the reading, do the assignment that comes right after the reading, and then do the next reading and just kind of follow along in order like that. So that way it makes more sense because it will get confusing if you try to skip around. Okay, I think that is everything that I can think of for the beginning of our class. Just please be patient this semester. I fully expect that there are going to be some hiccups just because it's a new format. It's new for me. It's obviously new for you. So be patient with me. If something's not working, just send me an email, let me know, and we'll try to get it worked out so that way I can get things opened up. If something is not opening or you can't get a link to work or something like that, just send me an email and let me know because I do fully expect that there's probably going to be some issues because our class and 2 other classes are the very first classes that are actually trying this new format for the resource out. So we are kind of the guinea pigs for this. So there's going to probably be a few difficulties here and there as we're going along. So just try to be patient and don't panic. If something doesn't work, just send me an email and we'll get it sorted out. But anyway, welcome to the class. And you'll see another video like this next week. I'll try to keep them as short as possible. I just wanted to be a little bit thorough on this one so that way people knew where to find things and how to do, click on the assignments, how to submit them, things like that, to hopefully make it a little bit easier starting out, since everybody structures their classes a little bit differently. I didn't want you to be too confused on how I wanted things done for my class. So, yeah, I will see you next week. You will see another video in the week 2. It'll be the very first folder here in week 2, which I'll obviously upload when I make the video. But other than that, just try to get through the first week, get all these assignments done so you're kind of ready to go. You get the feel for everything because they're pretty easy assignments. And then we're going to really start from that point on. Going into the next weeks, it's going to be, it's going to be a lot of work, not necessarily hard work, hard work as far as like, I'm not going to make you do physics or anything, but it's going to be busy. You're going to have a lot of work to do in order to get through the entire resource for college life and strategies in an 8-week period. So just be expecting that. Keep yourself organized and keep yourself just motivated to keep doing it, because it is going to give you a lot of information that should be helpful to you. So, yeah, just email me with any questions and I will see you all next week. That's not what I wanted. I'm trying to close this. Don't want to cancel.